I came across to your videos.
Yeah.
That's feel me more confidence. Like when you come into this industry, there are so many things going on there.
Yeah.
So you don't know which is
Which
the right
is why, because there's too much information.
to get the right information or to get the guidance. I see you are successful on this. I see your videos on it, and I want to learn also.
Okay.
What can you do? Then you introduce me. Okay, if you already want to learn, I have a groups that we can join you.
It is very, very good. I think like it is very, very pleasure for me to work with people or maybe try to create something with people who had no experience.
Yes.
They are just starting from zero. Then with time, you reach in a certain level, you have a lot of stories to tell people because you started it from the beginning.
This is where we are. So this have been a long journey for us, and we still learning. We are into this journey together. So that's great for our mentor that have been guiding us from the beginning, from where everything was zero to today that we're having a confidence about these financial markets. This is one of the best opportunity or one of the best decisions that I have made to myself to contact him from the beginning to learn trading. And today I think this is the road that I have choose for myself, and I'm happy to be there, and I'm happy he's been my mentor.
Today we have Alhagie, and Alhagie is one of the first members who contacted me to join this community. So with him, we created this community, and also he was a coach trying to teach based on whatever he has learned and all this kind of stuff. So today he visited me, and I just want to interview him so that we get to know who he is, because he's a very, very nice guy. And if you look at this community, we live as a family. So we don't care where you come from, where you were born, we are all one. So today that I have him in my house, I just want to ask him a lot of questions, his experiences about the journey. Though all of us, we keep on learning. This is my second here, and I think like this is your face here, right?
Yeah, face. I'm on my 16 months.
16 months.
Yes.
We keep on learning, so we don't care about the results. We know that the results, no matter how, we are going to reach it, because the most important thing is how you feel as a person. So if you feel good, that is where you are motivated to keep showing up. So today I have Alhagie in my house. We have finished eating, so just have to have small talk. This is wise talk. So nice to have you here, and if you can introduce yourself, it will be fantastic.
Thank you, mentor, for hosting me. And I'm so grateful to have this opportunity to be with you in real life, and as we always do it. I learned a lot from you today, so for those of you watching, my name is Alhagie Nyang. I am from the Gambia. I am currently resident in France. I joined my mentorship. It was in the beginning of 2024. And then I have nothing to know about what is trading all about. What I mean, I used to do spot trading in crypto, but I doesn't even know that there is also a day trading or FSD tradings and all the stuff like that. So coming to him, I have more clarity about how we analyze the financial markets, and have the confidence of analyzing this financial market and execution up to where we are today. So this have been a long journey for us, and we still learning. We are into this journey together. So that's great for our mentor that have been guiding us from the beginning, from where everything was zero to today that we're having a confidence about these financial markets. This is one of the best opportunity or one of the best decisions that I have made to myself to contact him from the beginning to learn trading. And today I think this is the road that I have choose for myself, and I'm happy to be there. And I'm happy he's been my mentor.
Because I remember the first time you contacted me, because there was a lot of messages on my DM.
Yes.
So I tried to reply everyone. So that was then I tried to respond and see exactly what people want.
Yes.
A lot of people try to contact me to ask me more questions about the journey.
Yes.
Because I can see that all of them, they are beginners.
Yes.
So they were asking a lot of questions about where to start and the way to start learning all this kind of stuff. So I just see it like it is an opportunity to create something on our own, because I had the opportunity to continue with those who had already made it in this business, but I prefer to create from zero. It is very, very good. I think like it is very, very pleasure for me to work with people or maybe try to create something with people who had no experience. They are just starting from zero. Then with time, you reach in a certain level, you have a lot of stories to tell people because you started it from the beginning.
This is where we are. We started all this as like you just mentioned. I came across to your videos that feel me more confidence. Like when you come into this industry, there are so many things going on there. So you don't know which is the right answer,
because there's too much information
to get the right information or to get the guidance. So me, when I came into internet to looking for that, I've been, like I just mentioned earlier, I've been doing this spot trading, which in crypto we buy and hold and wait when the price go up and we sell it. And we could not even analyze. We have to call somebody to tell us what to buy,
where to buy, where to sell.
So initially it was my cousin who introduced me to this crypto. By then I was in South Korea. I used to come to Abu Dhabi. I met him, so he explained this to me. We used to do it together. So I feel interested since coming to Europe. Then I start to put everything down because concentrating on other stuffs of when you come here in a new country, you want to install yourself into that. So there are so many things going on. Then I start to put it down. 2024, I was just on the internet again trying to watch, and I came across to your videos.
A video on YouTube.
My confidence, seeing a brother from Africa, it's not about trying to be differentiated, but when you see somebody that's so close to you, you feel more confidence. Than like you feel like, okay, maybe I can have the real information from him. That gives me more confidence to contact you to say, okay, I see you are successful on this, I see your videos on it, and I want to learn also. What can you do? Then you introduce me, okay, if you are really want to learn, I have a groups that we can join you. And I was ready, I joined there. I learned lots of experience there and learn the market from the beginning until I start to also guide the new members who just joined the community with us. And to where we are, and the sky is the limit.
Exactly, because there is always a lot to learn. So I just want to ask you, what was your situation before you joined this community, the Winner Trader Cycle?
My situation was I really want to learn financial market. But it was difficult to find the right person. The right person or the right information that we have in a winner cycle. The real information that can transform you into a professional trader. It's really difficult to have because too much information out there, but which one to choose was difficult. So this was a situation holding many people back also. They don't have the real information to transform their trading. The information we'll be having is going to be false information for people who are giving this information to enrich themselves, but not to transform others as well. This is, I think, was my difficulty, and I know it's difficulty for so many others out there. So I can see if you are in a winner cycle, you are a lucky person. I can confidently see that you are a lucky person.
Because if you are doing something and you are on the right path, something in you just tell you because you are even confident about what you are doing.
So winner cycle is not only about trading. It's about to learn so many things about life, about paradigms in life. So coming into this, you learn a lot. It's not only about chat. We learn a lot there, and because we are so community friends, a family. It's not only about money aspect or other thing, but it's about life, because money itself become boring if you don't have family or friends around you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's for me as a coach, as a mentor, as a brother. It's a pleasure for me to hear from you.
Yeah.
Okay, and to know like how you were feeling, and after you joined, how things are going, because more than 1 year, if all the things that we are teaching is not valuable, you wouldn't be here. Okay, you would have find another solution. So this is the most important thing. So the next question I would love to ask you is, how do you compare yourself before, when you join, to today? How do you see yourself? How much far have you gone?
That will be a mentorship.
Okay.
I think in this journey, it's all about mentorship. Having a right mentor can change everything for you. So for me, I would say what changed is a mentorship.
Okay.
Yeah, because having a mentor who's already there to answer every question for you, in terms of difficulty, in terms of doubt, in terms of pain. So it's all about that.
Yeah.
That's transformation.
Because sometimes trading, when you are doing it alone, it's very, very lonely game.
Yeah,
and if you don't have someone to communicate or someone to try to talk about your situation. And one thing about also all this kind of problem is that if you are talking to someone who is already in the game, really understand you better than talking to someone who is not trading, you may be telling the person your problems, they may think you're like, what is he trying to say?
Yes.
But if someone is already in the game, and you ask all your question, maybe you try to share your difficulties or anything, the person really understands you, because the person has already passed through.
Yeah, having a mentor is very important. Okay,
for me,
not only about trading, in any area of life that you feel to develop, mentorship is the best. So me, I can't joke with a mentorship, because this is where my transformation became. Because guidance. I have no information about trading, but a mentor, you don't have it, the journey is gonna be long. In my journey, I could say it's long, because if I think back when I started in 2017 to now, and you are mentoring me, that's mentorship.
That is
the change. It's the game of this game. You need the right mentor.
Of course, I can say the same thing, because of this is my 2nd year of trading. And if I see the results that I'm making right now, thanks to the same mentorship, because I was like, without my mentor, maybe by this time, who knows, I would have quit this game. Because if you are doing it alone, you don't know which is the right way, you don't know what you are doing wrong or what you are doing bad. You just find yourself trying to mix all things together, but at the end of the day, you don't know what is going on. So that is perfect. Another question I just want to ask you is, how would you recommend this community to someone who is listening to you now, someone who is watching you?
All right, we are here. Okay, we are proof to you that this is the right community. As I just mentioned, how long I've been in the journey, how long I've been struggling, and within few times of 16 months, we feel confidence of the chart. We feel confidence of the financial markets. We are seeing the results. Now it's just to scale. That's where we are. To scaling out. And I promise you, if you don't join this community, I don't know where you're supposed to be. This is the opportunity for any one of you that's looking for a place to transform your trading journey. This is not an advertisement, but it's the fact that we are trying to give what we have been seeing, and not only me, but so many other people around are seeing this result. We have people who have been trading, before even joining us, and they have been having not consistency in their profits. But joining us, just one of this our lesson make eye-opening for them. So there are so many things to see in our community.
So I just want to ask you, what is the one thing, one concept that has impacted you a lot?
About the courses?
About the courses, or any concept about whatever we are teaching. What is the one thing that has impacted your results, your journey, your consistency, your mindset? What is that one course?
I think that is the difficult one to choose which one.
Okay.
And for me, I think any courses is important.
Okay.
Because it's important on its context.
Okay.
So, but if we are to say it more, it's gonna be market structure.
The dynamic market structure.
Yeah. That is for me.
That is.
I don't joke with market structure. Yeah.
Because without structure, you don't have any direction in the market.
Any other things you're gonna be looking.
Yeah.
Market structure need to do. And
exactly.
Most people read it in a very different way.
Yeah.
Even me myself, that I feel like I know it, I just learned it something from you today.
Yeah.
So
we keep on learning.
We keep learning.
Okay. So it is very, very pleasure to meet you, and this is it, because this journey is not about what you can make today. It is always about what you can make consistently, because if you can make huge amounts of money today and tomorrow you cannot repeat the same thing, then it becomes useless. So it is about adopting that right mindset and then focus on the journey, keep on showing up, and as I said, consistency is the key. Because as for me, this is my second year of this journey, and I try to teach and coach a lot of people for one reason, because I just want to start with people who has no idea, and also those who are struggling, so that we can rise all together, because this is the goal. If I need to focus on my own journey and also my results, I just have to focus only on me. But I see like a lot of people need this help, though I have invested a lot in this game, in this knowledge to reach where I am today. But I just think like teaching a lot of people who also need it, with them we can create something meaningful globally, okay? Because this is the goal, anywhere you find yourself. So guys, this is it. Today I meet Alhagie from Gambia, right? Gambia, I have a lot of Gambian friends, but they are not traders, because Gambia.
Well, Gambians are not traders. Most people don't know what is this trading.
Exactly, they don't know what
I could see when people ask me, what are you doing? Crypto, they tell me, people mostly ask me, what you do crypto? Or some people might tell you, what are you doing? Is that the scam things, you know?
Because this is the financial market, and not a lot of people has this kind of message, this more information about the financial market here, okay? But just a matter of time, because if you look at this generation, online world is dominating, okay? It's always about internet. So I just think like you just need to involve with what the generation gives you. Because if you look at previously, it is very, very difficult to see someone making $1 million with some short amount of time. But in this generation, you can see someone within 5 years, 4 years,
millions within one trade in a day.
Exactly.
So sometimes I know that number makes it confusing. People don't even believe like it's real.
So right now, do you have any personal question? Any question you want to ask me? Or any personal question? Okay, what do you want to ask?
The most important one I wanted to ask is about how do you manage your time? Because the way you handle the trading and the community and mentorship, and how do you deal with this, and family time? How do you manage the time?
For me, time is the most important thing in my life. And if you don't have eyes on your time, you can see it like you just have to divide it anyway, but without any commitment or without any direction. So I learned this from my mentor, how to manage the time, because sometimes you may be spending, let's say, 3 hours, 4 hours doing something, but maybe you are not doing it on the right way. You are wasting time, but maybe you may be thinking like you are investing a lot of time since you don't know how to use time, so you keep on spreading it anyhow. As for me, I just think like anything that I'm doing, I just need to be focusing, and I just try to do one task at a time. I don't want to multitask or try to put all the things all together. If not, the mind is going to be confused. So before I go to bed, I try to schedule all the things that I need to do for the next day. So immediately I wake up, I know that this time and this time, this is what I need to do. This time and this time, this is what I need to do. So maybe within these hours, I need to trade. Within these hours, I need to focus on the guys, try to see about the courses, try to teach them all this kind of stuff. This time, I need to stay with my family. This time, so it's all about managing, know exactly when you need to say yes and where you need to be focused or where you need to be
I always see you are so consistent, respecting the time, even when it's time of coaching.
Yeah.
You always on time.
Yeah, because I have trained my mind to follow this instruction, okay, especially when it comes to the things that I need to do. As I said, before I go to sleep, I try to schedule all my daily routine. So this time I need to know that I need to be focusing on this. So this time I need to be in coaching call. So before reaching there, since I have also my daily habit tracker, so I follow it. Maybe after these hours I need to be focusing on the courses. So if I'm coaching or I'm creating all of these courses, you don't see me doing other stuffs. That doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So that time alone, I just respect it for the particular thing that I need to do with it. Yeah. So I keep on doing this, and right now it becomes like a habit. Okay. So I just live with it.
And I have another question about how do you deal with emotional when before trade and when in trade, and when you see those how to call it, that profits are in place, and price rise back into your stop losses? What confidence make you keep staying in that trade?
Yo, that is a question, because this is where emotions comes in. I think like first of all, I really understand how trading works.
Yeah.
No matter how, you are going to make a lot of mistakes. And there are certain things you can control and certain things you can't control. So things that you can't control, if you try to intervene, that is where emotions try to kick in. Or let's say, before you enter a trade, you have three things that you can control. Your entry model, your risk, how much are you willing to risk on the trade, and also your profit targets. And if you truly accept that I'm willing to risk this amount of money, then you don't get afraid. Because you accepted that risk before you enter. You accepted that risk before you enter the trade. So since you have accepted it, whether the market validates your entry or not, you don't get any emotions. But this is difficult for many people, because before you enter the trade,
it's a preparation.
You need to prepare yourself.
So acceptance.
Accept the risk. Okay, you accept the losses, because no matter how, you can never avoid losses. This is the nature of the market. You will lose, but this is also about mindset. So I just think like before I enter the trade, I accept the loss. So anything that you have accepted, you don't feel emotional about it.
That's acceptance.
Because this acceptance is very, very important. But if you never accept the outcome, that's where you feel emotions. Okay. And I also learned to be detached from the outcome. So if you are detached from the outcome, it's like you think trading is a probability game, and there are certain things you don't have control. All the things that you can control, that's what I mentioned, your entry, your exit, these are the things that you can control. But whether the market is going to hit your take profit or your losses, you don't have control. The market decides. So the most important is you have an edge, and you have back tested it, forward tested it. You have a lot of experiences about that edge. So you know that if you take maybe thousands trade or maybe 100 trade with a large sample of size, it gives you profit. So I don't determine my profitability based on one trade or 10 trade or 20 trade. Okay. My goal here is to manage risk and be consistent about my approach, because I know in the long run I'm profitable.
Okay. You just execute.
This is my goal. My goal is to execute on my system. Then the outcome, the market decide.
And the last question I would like to ask, it's about me and for my fellow winners members who don't even have this closer opportunity to be with the mentor here. What is the advice do you have for us in general?
In this journey, the first advice that really helped me is you just have to think in a long term. Okay, trading is a very, very long term, because if you look at what we see on social media, all these beginners, everyone just think like trading is an ATM machine. Immediately just start trading, you just focusing on making and the only one thing that makes me different is I don't focus on the outcome. I focus on building myself. I focus on the skills, because when you have a lot of knowledge about the market movement, that is where you have a lot of confidence. So confidence comes from knowing what you are doing. But if you having all this kind of doubt about whatever you are doing, then it's crazy. That's where you try to hesitate, all this kind of stuff. So it comes to confidence. So anyone who listens to me, I just think like in the beginning, in the first year, second year, third year, your goals supposed to be performance goals, not a monetary goals. If you are always tracking your performance, how you analyze the chart, your entries, your exits, I just think like the results is just a byproduct. Yeah. One thing, the most important key, show up every single day, no matter how you feel. Consistency is the key. If you show up every single day, no matter how you feel, you win in this game.
I believe that. I think it's about adopt.
The
way you come, the way you start to adopt, you exactly know what is going. I think maybe even the profitable will come. I think it's everything's supposed to be in natural. The more you show up, it become habit. It become natural.
Because last 2 years, based on my story, whatever I have passed through, because I've risked a lot. I've risked my life. So when I heard about the Forex market, the guy was telling me this is the most difficult job ever in the world. So I was like, how do you mean difficult? He says something like it depends on mentally, emotionally, and also physically. So what is the risk here? The risk here is that no matter how you are going to risk a lot of money in the beginning, you are going to make a lot of mistakes. So this is the risk. What again? That's it. The most important thing is you show up every day. And I was like, bro, this is not the most difficult job ever. Because if I look at whatever I have passed through, I've passed through the Sahara Desert almost 3 months. To reach Libya, spend months on the Mediterranean Sea before I arrive here in Italy. And this is my 10th year in Italy. I spent 7 years fighting for permit for stay, to look for a job, all this kind of stuff. So I was like, then if this is going to change my life, if I have survived
all that,
where people see it is impossible. So I just think like, if I need to show up every single day, then this is not the problem for me. It's a business, so whether you lose or you make. And any business, if you have a lot of knowledge, you have right system, no matter how you are going to be profitable. So this is what I understand about this trading. I was even expecting to get that kind of freedom in 15 years, 20 years. So in the beginning, I wasn't thinking about how much I need to make. So in my first 2 years, it's always about focusing. So I keep on focusing, building the good habits, how to analyze the chart, keep on learning every single day. And 2026, I have achieved that freedom, because right now I don't work anymore, just focusing on trading and the courses and also my family, and this is it.
That's really achievement, and you really achieve it.
Still learning, but
you deserve it as well, because the more time you have given and so up to feel like you can do it. So if you feel you can do it,
that's it. Because it's always about believing in yourself. If you believe you can do it, that is where you take the right action that can solidify your beliefs. And when you keep on repeating those actions, you get the results. So based on the results that you get, you use it to reinforce that belief, and that's where you build an habit.
Like you just mentioned earlier, it's to learn. Everyone can learn.
I just think like trading, everyone can learn. If you are willing, because it's about having the passion for the game. If you have the passion, that's where you try to show up every single day. And the most important thing is you just have to also have the reason why you want to be a trader. Why do you want to be a trader? You have to, because that's the reason, that drive is very, very important. Because when you just feel like not showing up, maybe you feel some kind of trials, setbacks, difficulty, failures. That is the only thing that can push you
not to have a procrastination.
Because if I remember my first year, I was working 9 to 5. And even my first year, I have a lot of students. I was still focusing on my journey. Sometimes after the work, I feel too much tired. But since I have a goal, so I need to show up no matter how I feel. This is it. So this is the reason why I said, if you have a reason why you want to do something, that is the drive that is going to keep on pushing you, even if you don't feel like doing it.
The goals have to be clear.
The
goals
goals
have a clear potential why
why you want to do something. If you want to do something and you are not sure about what you want to do, or you don't have any reason, you are going to quit while doing it. But if you have a strong reason why you want to do something, no matter how difficulties you face while doing it, you keep on showing it because of you have a reason.
You have a determination to do it.
Thank you, mentor. Thank you. So nice to meet you. And that's it. This is all about life, and this is what we are creating. No one is perfect here. All of us, we keep on making mistakes, try to learn from it. So we grew as a person.
Yes.
So we also grew as a trader. Yes. So this is all about trading. This is the kind of mindset we teach in the Winner Trader Cycle. Watch the next person. Maybe this is the first person I'm interviewing, and we have almost 100 people.
Yes.
So, bro, nice to meet you. Nice to